Mama Hoss here. Today we're in the garden and I'm going to show you how I make my Calendula Salve. Now this is great for healing cuts, scrapes, chafing, minor burns, and sunburn. Now you want to cut this entire head, not just the petals. The potent medicinal oils are most concentrated in the sticky green base. So we're just going to gather these and going to dry them. Now this is what it looks like once it's finished. And these containers I just found on Amazon a couple of years ago, and the labels. So come on in the kitchen with me. This is some that I actually dried in the oven. You can just let it sit and dry in a cool, dry place. Isn't that pretty? You see those green parts of the flowers and the petals. So just put it in your container, and then you've got to decide what type of oil you would like to use. You can use coconut oil, which is what this is, grapeseed, sweet almond, olive oil, avocado, argan, safflower, sunflower. Just depends on what you're going to use it for. So I put about 1 cup of oil in this pint jar and mix it up really well. And you need to let it sit and infuse for at least 3 months. This is not something you can do right away. It takes a little bit of planning. And actually this has been infusing since last winter. Once you get it in your container, you want to put it in a sunny, warm location. A bright windowsill is ideal. This is in my canning kitchen. So you need a double boiler or a makeshift double boiler. The double boiler is important to avoid overheating of the oil and reduce much of its healing potency if you get it too hot. And I'm just going to strain this oil away from the petals. And it should be around 1 cup. And I'll actually save these petals, add some more to it, and add some more oil and use them again. I'm not sure if that's correct protocol, but that's what I've done with no problem. So to this oil, I'm also going to add some beeswax pellets that I've had for a while that I use in other projects. You need 3 to 4 tablespoons, or around 1 ounce. So on medium to low heat, add your pellets to your double boiler and then add your oil. And you just want it to melt those together. And again, I'm making a salve. You can make lotion, body butter, ointment, soap. You can even condition your hair with this. So we're going to just let that melt together. And my sister actually asked me to make her some more of this. She loves to use it. She has some dry skin issues. Also loves to use it on her sunburn. Also have a friend that has eczema. So I add about a teaspoon of cocoa butter to this and 1 ounce of shea butter. Now you can definitely leave this out if you just want strictly the oil and not the salve. I think this is 1 ounce. I tend to use the same measurement tools that I keep in my basket of salve making supplies, Creature Habit. So once you get all this added, Again, you want to let it blend together on low heat. I'm also going to add a few drops of some vitamin E oil. And then have your containers ready, because this will kind of solidify pretty fast. And again, these are just some metal containers I had in my craft room that I got off Amazon. I did filter this one more time before I put it back in my measuring cup. I forgot to film that part. If you'd like to know what these containers are, just drop me a message in the comments below. I think I can go back to my order history and find these exact same ones. This calendula is also known as the garden marigold. It's been used topically for generations to naturally heal all kinds of skin conditions. It is a must-have to have in your medicine cabinet. Now, I also add a few drops of rosemary, and I should have done this before I filtered it again, but you can always add it at the end before it solidifies. Ideally, add it before you pour it up. Now, feel free to scale this up or down as needed, depending on how much calendula oil you have. The general rule of thumb is 1 part beeswax and butter to approximately 4 to 7 parts oil. The higher beeswax to oil ratio will result in a more firm salve. So if you wanted more of an oil, leave the beeswax out. If you want it more of a firm salve, add more beeswax simply. And again, these are just gifts I keep on hand for family and friends. This is how it looks in the end. This is the actual flower you can get from Hoss. It's the Calendula Prince Mix. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next week in the kitchen.